Thank you for watching the SAI Conference 2015 here in London. We're set up in the studio talking to exhibitors, talking to participants, to keynote speakers. My name is Lars Sørensen and I have the pleasure to talk with Alison Lowndes from Nvidia. Nvidia, I watched your stand and it looked very sci-fi to me. And I know you have an origin, right, in gaming. So elaborate a little bit about Nvidia for us.
Okay, Nvidia are all about visual computing, but sci-fi itself is really important. Without sci-fi, you wouldn't have the creativity that's needed to find solutions and bring us science full stop. Visual computing, everything around visual computing, the mathematics that are needed to provide visual computing needs more power, needs more than computing currently offers us on CPU. So therefore, what happened was, even though all the gamers were quite happily playing with the graphics processing units that we had, science realised the power behind those actual units.
Yeah.
So now we're not just gaming, we are across industry, we are across every facet of life, because what GPUs are actually enabling is something called deep learning, which is an area of artificial intelligence that I've recently just graduated from researching, that allows us to teach machines to do specific tasks, even general tasks.
So this is where, for a lot of people, I guess it also gets a kind of, they get anxious. It gets a little bit scary. What if the machine starts to become smarter than me, and the machine starts programming the other machine? So is this fair? Is it reasonable?
If you live in movie land, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't talk for 50 years in the future or even 100 years in the future. But for now, we're relatively safe. We're also fairly intelligent ourselves, and we're currently in control. You have a lot of great minds, including Stephen Hawking, Elon Musk, putting time and money into sitting down at the table to determine what we really should be worried about. I'm quite happy with them controlling. The actual side of AI that the movies, kind of throw out of context, we're very far away from at the moment.
Okay, and maybe even obviously, I can imagine that the people that are here at the SAI Conference there are scientists, there are researchers. They're not looking at the fear side of AI. They're looking at the possibilities. You're also providing them in this. You're helping them. What role does Nvidia play in maybe in research or in empowering universities or startups that are working with these techniques?
Okay, so what we can provide, aside from the actual hardware, is a whole range of toolkits enabling use of our CUDA programming language, the backbone, QDNN, which is short for CUDA Deep Neural Network. We also have Digits, which is a visualization and customization tool for deep learning systems, which allow you to see part of what goes on inside the hidden nets.
Wow.
Inside the layers themselves. Not everything, we don't fully know, not even the top researchers fully yet understand. What we do know is that it works. Deep learning really does work. It can read any kind of data, it can analyze any kind of data. Much the same way as the human brain does. It's very robust so far as it doesn't really care what you feed it. It will output what you ask it to output. There is a learning curve to actually coding that, but we can help by providing the parallel programming language and the toolkits to do that.
What for you personally feeds your enthusiasm and energy? Because you're putting in a lot of energy. Recently graduated, obviously, so it's totally your topic. What feeds that energy for you to be expanding with Nvidia on this and to being so full throttle going for this subject?
Okay, so I actually wanted to study coding and artificial intelligence, and then get out there and actually apply that research, apply that knowledge. So Nvidia allows me to go into pretty much every facet of industry and life, medical, financial, pretty much you name it. Deep learning is actually going to be touching those areas of life that will affect humanity on a global scale. Deep learning it just has no issues with scaling. I mean, it could literally, once you actually decide the actual application, set the deep learning system going, it can scale up to whatever you need to do. As I said, that's on a humanity scale. So, for example, personalised healthcare, etc.
Very cool. So limitless possibilities to go in all these different areas. Very great that we could talk with you briefly on this subject. Wish you a very good conference. Furthermore, I guess there's a lot of connections to be made here with people that could use your services. So thank you for talking. Alison Lowndes from Nvidia. You liking this video or you want to get in contact with Alison, please check the SAI Conference website as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like and share these contents. We have lots of more to come, and maybe we see you here next year.